So Mother's Day is coming up in just 2 weeks, and I have 20 really great Mother's Day gift ideas for you. They're things that I would actually like to get as a gift myself if I didn't have them already. So if you want to do some shopping in today's video, all the links will be in the description box below, and I'll pin them into the top comment. Of course, you can go to my Amazon storefront where there are a bunch more Mother's Day gift ideas. But starting off the video is one of my very favorite things. I have been telling you all about it for years and years. I know you love it, and I think it is a wonderful gift for your mom, sister, best friend, or even for yourself. And it is bamboo pajamas. Bamboo pajamas are breathable, they're lightweight, made of bamboo, which to me is still mind-blowing. They're moisture wicking, they are incredibly soft, and the brand that makes these bamboo pajamas is on Amazon, and I want to thank them for sponsoring the opening portion of this video. This pajama brand makes pajamas that are truly stunning, and this first pair is in one of my very favorite colors, this deep magenta raspberry, but it's available in about 20 other options. So I don't know how your mom or sister or whoever you're giving a gift for likes to sleep, but to me, I wear pajamas around the house. It's loungewear and it's sleepwear both. When I get up in the morning, I might be in my pajamas for hours. So today's pajamas are not just for sleeping. So I like to have a wide variety of pajamas in my bedroom. So this first set is a short sleeve top. It does have a pretty significant V, like a wide V in the front, and the pants have a drawstring, always an elastic waist, and there are some great pockets in these pants. I wear a medium in these. I do not like my pajamas to be fitted and tight. I want them to be loose and flowy, and the great thing about bamboo pajamas, they have 4-way stretch, meaning, you know how you can get some pajamas and they might go like this, but if you try to pull them like this, no, they're just stiff as a board. Bamboo has 4-way stretch, so it goes in all the different directions, which means it is super comfortable. So you can get twisted up in bed, you can be sitting on the couch, you can be making your morning coffee, and your mother is always going to be comfortable in her bamboo pajamas. I know I always am. And this little first set has the cutest patterns. Solid tops, pattern bottoms. Of course, there are solids all throughout, but it's a great little starter set if the person you're gifting has never worn bamboo pajamas. They're going to love them and continue to ask for them more and more. So just like my mom, when she had something she loved, I could give it to her over and over, year after year. And I would say, Mom, you don't need any more of these pajamas. And she would always say, yes, I do. She didn't care how many she had in her closet. She wanted more. And for me, it is always the bamboo pajama. The next little pajama set has almost like boxer style shorts, but just look how stretchy these are. And these are a fake button. They're just for show. But even though they're shorts, they're big and flowy, plenty of room. I know lots of women in the summertime specifically love to sleep in shorts, and when it's really hot outside, I will wear these around the house just like as loungewear. Hanging out on the couch watching TV with my husband. When I'm done for the day, I'm putting on my pajamas and I'll cook dinner in them. So this is a great little set because you have a tank top and shorts. Another great option is, again, short sleeves and pants, but instead of having a true V, it's almost like kind of a scoop neck with a little split V in the middle. So this one is super cute, and it does come in mainly solid colors. Again, GYS Pajamas is known for their incredible fabric being bamboo. So you've got the elastic waist and all the things you need, but these pajamas, all of their pajamas are just buttery soft. I have never felt any pajamas that are as soft as these made by Bamboo and GYS. They are one of the best sellers on Amazon, super affordable, and I think any woman that you're gifting would absolutely love them. So pretty much any woman wears makeup, and we have makeup brushes and things that need to be cleaned. I would gift them, if I didn't already have this already, my Cinema Secrets makeup brush cleaner. Y'all have heard me talk about this for a lot of years, and this stuff is amazing. So I'll tell you a little backstory on this. I recently went and made an appointment with a professional makeup artist. I I needed help. I needed somebody to teach me how to do all the things the right way. So I went to her studio, and when I walked in, this was everywhere. And I said to her, I use that too. And she's like, I know that's all she used. She thinks this stuff is so great and just had bottle after bottle all over her professional makeup studio. This is a quick dry formula. So instead of spending a lot of time at the sink cleaning your makeup brushes, you just put some of this in a glass or a little cup, swoosh your makeup brushes around. You will see all of the color and the gunk and the blush and the cream and everything just come off in that liquid. And then I just like to take mine and kind of swipe it on a clean towel or something and just set it out. And within about a couple of minutes, your makeup brushes are completely dry, perfectly clean, and you can use them right then. No waiting on them to dry. So something I recently got and wish I had had 20 years ago is this lighted wall mounted makeup mirror. So one side is a regular mirror, the other side is a 10 times magnification. You just tap it to turn on the light. There are different brightnesses of light, and you can scroll through 3 different colors of light. Now, the reason I love this particular mirror more so than a lot of other lighted wall mounted mirrors that are on Amazon is the way that you can turn and maneuver the mirror. So you can spin the mirror, you can turn the mirror, you can straighten the arm, and it goes up and down. So you have full 360-degree functionality, and it is amazing. Since I got this mirror and mounted it in my bathroom, I look in this thing at least 2 to 3 times a day for something. And it comes in lots of different finishes. I have oil rubbed bronze, you can get silver, you can get nickel, you can get black. It is a great mirror, and it is wireless. Comes with a charging cord. It will run for 80 hours with the lights fully on. I've had mine on the wall for almost 2 months and have not charged it yet. So I know women are always looking for a great eye cream, a nighttime eye cream, and my daughters actually gifted this to me last year for my birthday, and I use it every night and think it is fabulous. So you all know I love Osea products, and this is their advanced repair eye cream, and it is so luxurious. It comes in this little tub, a little white cream, and just a teeny dab right under the eyes at night. It just soaks in beautifully, and I feel like it keeps my eyes moisturized, hydrated. It lessens the wrinkles. I wake up in the morning and I'm like, wow, I look like I had a really good night's sleep. I look really refreshed, and I really think it is due to this night cream. One more beauty item that I know any woman would love. It's my Hourglass Volumizing Glossy Lip Balm. I have so many friends that are just as obsessed with this as I am, and I recently got 3 new tubes. I love the color Impulse. It is just my all-time favorite, and I decided to try the new color out called Red. That is the name. It is the only color that comes in this signature red tube, and it's actually what I have on right now. So it is not a lipstick, it is a pigmented lip gloss. You can see it doesn't look like I have on a full-on lipstick, but there's enough color there and enough gloss and shine that I don't really have to wear lipstick. I love the way that this feels on my lips. It gives me a freshly brushed my teeth minty feel, and it feels that way for hours. So these are the 3 new colors that I bought for myself. I keep 1 in my purse and 2 in my bathroom. I know the Hourglass lip gloss can be a little bit on the pricier side for lip gloss, but it is so worth it. And my 3 favorite colors will be listed below along with the link. Another gift I would love to have if I didn't already own it is my clothing steamer. It is a game changer. I don't iron anything anymore. I steam everything, and it heats up and is ready to steam your clothes in under 30 seconds. It has a telescoping pole, so if you're tall, if you're short, you can hang the clothes at whatever level is comfortable for you to steam them. It just is so easy to use, very high powered. I fill it with distilled chilled water, and off I go. The steamer itself is on a roller, so you can keep it in a closet. You can roll it into the bedroom. You can move it around. You all saw me steaming my new quilt set that was on my bed. You can use it for lots of things, but it truly is an amazing steamer and would make a really good gift. Pretty much any home you go into that has a woman in it has a wreath somewhere. A wreath on the door, a wreath in the house. And my eucalyptus wreath is a really good all year round wreath. Eucalyptus is popular any time of the year. You could move it from your door to the dining room. I have mine actually hanging in my kitchen. This is a really affordable wreath, but it looks high end. It is big and full and bushy and truly good looking, and I just hang mine up with a little command strip. So easy. If you're giving a gift to somebody that loves to read, which that is me for sure, right now I'm reading The Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. My daughter described it to me as a combination of The Hunger Games and A Court of Thorns and Roses. Great series, kind of an fairies and alternate worlds and fantasy lands, and just really, really good reading. But the Kindle Paperwhite is what makes it so amazing. The Kindle Paperwhite has a 7-inch non-glare screen. You can read outside in the sun, you can read in the house, you can read at night. You can adjust the brightness or dimness however you want it to be. You can adjust the size of the font. You simply just touch the screen to change the page. Since I got a Kindle, it has been life-changing. I read anywhere and everywhere. I don't have to carry around bulky books, especially when I travel. Don't get me wrong, I love the feeling of a book in my hand, but it is just so much easier with the Kindle Paperwhite, and this would make such a good Mother's Day gift. And I have mine in a decorative case that my daughter actually got me last year for Mother's Day. So I'll add the link to this below. It's not on Amazon, but it's still really easy to get, and it fits the Kindle Paperwhite. So let's just spend a minute talking about Mother's Day style. If you've noticed this little summer sweater that I have on, this is a great look. It is so comfortable, easy to wear, and really cute. I love that it has this little V here and there's no collar. Collars get in my hair, truly can drive me crazy. So you have the collared look on this summer sweater without the collar. There are longer but short sleeves, and this is a great summer weight, and it comes in about 5 colors. This sweater has been sold out on Amazon for about the past 6 weeks. I've been waiting to share this with you all, and it finally got restocked in all of the colors, in all of the sizes, so you could get one for yourself, get one as a gift. And the trim on the sweater, regardless of the color of the stripe, is white. So this looks really good with white pants or white jeans. So I have a notepad trio that would make a really good gift if you gave them together, and both notepads are really pretty inexpensive, so that's a bonus. So the first one is a What's for Dinner notepad. This is what I used last week at the grocery. I left it on here so you could see. So this is a perforated piece of paper. It tears right here, so if you're going in the grocery, write down your shopping list. You can tear it off and take it with you. And on this side is what you plan, what's for dinner. So my husband and I sit down every week. We decide what we want for dinner. I write out my grocery list. I tear off the half and off I go. You get a bunch of pages of this in the notepad, and I use mine all the time. And my daughter got this for me as a gift. My other notepad, which I highly recommend, is my to-do list. And mine is totally full for today. This is what an empty page looks like. So you've got plenty of lines to write your to-do list. You can check them off. You can mark them out. You get a ton of pages on this one too in the pad. So if you know somebody you're gifting that loves a list, loves a checklist, super organized, or really somebody they may not be organized, you could help them be organized. These are both great gift ideas. If you have a coffee lover or a tea lover on your gift list, then I highly recommend these mugs. My husband got these for me for Christmas last year, and they come in this beautiful green, also in a white. There is a speckled version of a white also. These are 14-ounce mugs with a great handle. I am super picky about my coffee mug. I like to make a cup of coffee that drips 12 ounces, so the cup has to be able to hold that, and I want a handle that I can fully put my hand in. And these mugs are truly beautiful. They come in a set of 6, so you could gift somebody a set of beautiful coffee mugs and encourage them to grind their own coffee at home. A very quiet coffee grinder is a must. So my coffee grinder that I got last year that replaced my super, super loud, annoying coffee grinder is almost silent. It is amazing. So I have a fresh, delicious cup of coffee every morning in my adorable little coffee mug. I grind my coffee about once a week, put it in an airtight canister, and make my coffee in the morning. So you could kind of do the mugs or do the coffee grinder. You could group them together, and that would be a great gift. So I know a lot of women like to have that one super casual outfit. They can lounge around the house, they can run to the grocery, they can go outside, they can be at home, they can go for a casual lunch or dinner, they can wear it out, but it's also really comfortable and they can stay home in it too. Well, I recently found this outfit and I am obsessed. I bought it in 3 colors. That's how good it is. So this outfit is made of this ribbed, buttery soft material, and it looks like it's two-toned, but it's really not. It is the same color. It's the texture that makes it look like there's stripes on there, and this outfit is absolutely adorable. So this is a sleeveless top. It is regular bra friendly, and at the bottom there is a little bit of a wider band, so it is meant to be worn out, which huge bonus for that fact, right? It has shorts with an elastic waist and pockets and a drawstring, and they're not too short. So the colors of this outfit are vibrant. They are so much fun, and of course there are solids too. There's black, there's grays, there are deeper colors, there are maroons, there are reds and blues and yellows, greens and oranges, pinks, purples, and everything in between. This little cute outfit is super affordable and it just checks all the boxes. You can do anything and everything in this little set. So I like to work out, and we all do, right? So we're gonna walk outside on the treadmill, we're gonna do aerobics, we're gonna get a good workout in, some of us even jog. And I have a really hard time finding like comfortable shorts that I can work out in, but when I'm done with my workout, if I need to run an errand, I look, presentable too. So I have found what I consider is the perfect workout short. It comes in a rainbow of colors and it is incredibly comfortable. So this is a sort of a high-waisted short that has this very stretchy band at the top. They have that dolphin cut on the side. I don't know why it's called that, but it is. You have 2 layers of short. There are zippered pockets that kind of are on the side and on the front at the same time, if you know what I mean. And these are not too long and not too short. They're not too crotchy and they're not too high-waisted. I'm 5'2", I weigh 134 pounds, and these fit me perfectly. Super comfortable, and I throw it on with a little tank top. So these tanks are a straight tank, but they're not tight. They're not A-line, they're not going to swing, but they don't squeeze your body. They're not hugging you too much either. They have a little scoop on the side, and on the back there is a pleat. They don't cut up underneath the arms. They're a really great cut fitted tank, and you can get them in all the different colors. So I like to mix and match my shorts with my tanks because I own lots of colors in each thing. So I feel like I'm wearing something different every day when I get my exercise in, but really it's the same thing, just over and over. And of course, I have on my favorite tennis shoe. I'm sure you knew this was the tennis shoe I was going to hold up, and it is. Like, I think this is the best tennis shoe I have ever worn. It is very comfortable, lots of cushion, but very, very supportive, and it fits so incredibly well. The price point on these tennis shoes is amazing. You can get 2 or 3 pair of these tennis shoes for what you can pay ordering those name brand tennis shoes that you see at the mall. I will never do that again. This specific tennis shoe is my favorite style. It comes in 8 or 9 different colors, and I think I own them all. There's whites, blacks, grays, pinks, a mixture of all of the things, different colors of pink actually. There's an ombre that I absolutely love that has like an orange and a mauve, and it's just all mixed together. Love it. So you could give somebody those great walking shorts, a cute little tank, and a pair of tennis shoes, and kind of encourage the woman in your life to get some exercise in. We could all use it, right? So I love to wear a dress, but I don't want to feel like, oh, I've got on a dress, which means I then have to put on heels, which means I'm then going to be uncomfortable or feel dressed up. I just want to be able to wear a really cute dress with a little bit of heel and feel like myself. I think that's the ultimate goal. So I have found what I think is the perfect dress. So this is a shift dress, and it has a little mock collar and V, longer cap sleeves, this great pleat down the front, and it hugs in all the right places and swings away in all the right places. So it hides all the things, the lumps, the bumps, all the places you don't want people to notice. But it's not a big bulky dress. It's not a swingy dress, but it's not a body hugging dress. It just honestly is the perfect dress. You can get it in solids, and it also comes in some really great fun bright patterns, and there are muted patterns as well. The weight of this fabric is just perfect. You cannot see through it. That's why it really is a great dress, and it is super affordable and would make a great gift. But to go with the dress, you gotta have the perfect heels or the perfect shoes. And to me, that's the cork wedge heel. This is my go-to. I own this sandally shoe in 4 different colors. So this is like a camel color. I have it in your classic black and also in gold. I love all of these colors. I wear all of these colors. And the cork wedge sandal gives me stability. I don't feel like I'm in a heel, like an uncomfortable heel. This is the perfect 2¼ inch height, and this shoe just fits like a glove. This is kind of a suede texture in here, which means your foot is not going to slip. There's no break-in period. When I put these heels on, when they're new out of the box, they just fit. I didn't have to break them in. I didn't have to walk around the house. They have a grippy sole on the bottom, so you're not going to slip. So these cork wedge heels are perfect with slacks, with linen pants. You could even wear them with some dressy shorts, but with that shift dress, and honestly, all of my dresses, this is what I'm wearing. So I hope today's video was super helpful. Surely you can find something for the woman in your life you need to give a gift to for Mother's Day. See you later.